Good morning, YouTube. Today is Saturday. Saturday for me is a day of relaxation from all week working and hustling and grinding and writing and reading and all that great stuff that I do. I am a retired educator, but I still teach and tutor. So if you need some help with that, hit me up in the comments. I would put the number on here, but I think that would be foolish. I am on WhatsApp though, so click my picture on WhatsApp and leave me a message if you need tutoring for your child or yourself, because I also help adults learn how to read. It's very important literacy is, okay? Just learning how to read so you can read for yourself, so nothing can ever be hidden from you, because they used to say the greatest way to hide something from a black person is to put it in a book, and I agree. Because there's too many of us who don't read and think it's not important. I even worked with a woman who was in her 50s before who didn't know how to read. And I'm like, how in the hell are you in the Child Development Center and you can't read? I just couldn't understand it. And I went and told the supervisor, she can't read. And she said, oh, we all know that she can't read. And my daughter doesn't have to worry about me like she used to. Anyway, needless to say, I don't know if she ever learned how, but I did see her begin to start, so I don't keep in touch with that lady. I don't keep in touch with a lot of people that I used to work with because I worked with a lot of people that were haters. I honestly think I only keep in touch with one person that I used to work with in the education field, and that's Raynell. Yeah. She's about the only one because it was some who were nice, like Sierra, but she went to go work for the postal office, USPS, which was great because she was making more money and earning her benefits. Who else was okay to work with? Oh, it was a girl named Cece. She's cool. We follow each other on Facebook, so she wasn't a hater. A girl named Jackie. Shit, Jackie never came to work, so how could she hate on anybody? She wasn't never there. It was a lady named Judy. No, Judith. From like 1999, 2000, 2001, 2, and 2003. She was nice to me until I had my daughter. Then she started being mean to me with the supervisor because she's just like, in my opinion, she just liked the supervisor better than anybody else in the building. So that became her friend, and she started hanging with her all the time. So she didn't hate on me. She just abandoned me as a friend, you know. Let me think. Anybody else? Dorothy was cool. That's about it. But the best one is Raynell because we stay in touch with each other. If you look at one of my Facebook reels, you will see that Raynell and I spend a lot of time together when we can because we are both mothers. We both work hard, and we're both thinking about what could be done for the future, right? So basically, we love kids, and we're going to figure out a way to start a page that's dedicated just to children and education, and we're going to have different songs and stuff like that. But I believe we need to copyright our songs because one of my songs, somebody bought it already for the children, and I didn't copyright it, so I didn't get the credit for my song, so I'm going to make sure the next songs that I create for children will be copyrighted, okay? And me and Raynell are going to hopefully be partners in this, but if she's too busy, because she does have a 2-year-old toddler, and that takes all of our time. We have little kids like that, so I wouldn't be upset if she wasn't able to start right away, but hopefully after I get started, she could join in the venture with me. So, good morning once again. Like I said, I always say great sunrise. Because I learned that, I'm trying to turn this freaking TV down, but for some reason I can't put my eyeballs on the remote. Okay, here it is. Because I like to watch old school television, black and white. And that's Dennis the Menace. I think he's hilarious. I like the Monsters, the Addams Family. I like Black and White, Green Acres, all of that stuff. Before we even had color television, those who were born in the 70s like me, you know, we had black and white TV, so it don't bother me to watch black and white at all. I love Lucy, too. It's another one of my favorites. I just go on to the old school channel and watch that. I just got finished watching that Science channel, and they are finished, totally complete with the nurse robots. Pretty soon, 75% of our nurses will be unemployed due to these robots that are going to be taking over their jobs, passing out meds, cleaning rooms, rehabbing patients. You know, they even had a rehab robot to help people walk again and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, wow, it's amazing and innovative. And yes, it saves the hospital a lot of money, but it puts a lot of people out of work because if they're going to make, well, they are making and have completed a lot of robots that take away general labor, things you have to fold and pick up and deliver even. They have the self-driving delivery trucks where they'll just be putting the stuff on your lawn, so they'll have to wrap the boxes on the bottom in plastic. Not the whole box, but they're going to wrap the bottom of the boxes in plastic and, boom, throw that stuff on your lawn and there it is. You know, so porch pirates don't even have to go to the porches anymore. They could just steal it off your lawn pretty soon. What else? Building construction, building the materials that we make our buildings with, as well as building the buildings faster. Like, as soon as they break ground on the building, boom, it's up. And it's like, oh, wow. Taking care of the streets. They even try to make robots for the teachers, which I think is ridiculous because kids need a connection to someone that they know cares about them. That's why they learn from them. And sometimes kids just have that general drive that they want to learn. So, there's a lot going on out here in the world. I'd like to also say every time I'm on YouTube, R.I.P. Bobby Lee. R.I.P. to the retired legends in the dance game. I pray that no one else dies anytime soon. I really regret I couldn't make that funeral. I wanted to say goodbye to Bobby Lee, but his spirit and energy is still here on the earth. So know one thing, you guys, that matter, energy, our neurons, and all of that great stuff never stops existing. When you go to a lab and look at these things, all it does is change form. It doesn't stop existing. So when we die, we transcend into our real selves. We're just in this fleshly body right now that our Creator put us in because life is like a test. A test to see if you're going to do good to others, treat others good. A test when you're born beautiful like me. Are you going to be more beautiful on the inside? My granny used to ask me every day, what's going to make you different than the rest of the beautiful girls? Because you're going to walk in a room one day, it's going to be a million of you. What's going to make you different from the rest of them? And I told her that I would be smarter than the rest, kinder than the rest. I will make sure that I'm unique and different. And a lot of things that I have done over the time and space of my life have been different than everybody else. I used to wear light-up shoes in 1993. Now all the strippers have lights and stuff on their shoes. I used to wear two sides of different color hair like Cruella. Now everybody does it. I used to wear my lipstick like that, with things on my forehead, all kind of stuff I did 30 years ago that people are doing now that they used to call me weird, but now everybody calls it, oh, you're swagging, oh, you're slaying, oh, you are so different. And I'll be like, been there, done all of that, baby. So there's no originality anymore. People just copy off of the next person all the time. Yeah, some of that. So anyway, I'd just like to say, is your Christmas shopping done yet? I got my mother a gift today that I know she's going to love because me and her both love water and water sounds. I'm not going to say what it is. Hopefully that didn't give it away, but she doesn't look at my YouTube page anyway, so Mom's not going to know what I got her. I got my son some things. I even got myself something for Christmas in the mail coming soon. I have an 80 count of garbage bags, a 50 count of tissue, and a 4 count of Dawn Power Wash, and a 2 count of detergent for the month. I love shopping in bulk, so I don't have to go to the freaking store every Friday. Those aren't the gifts that I got for myself, so I decided to give myself something priceless: wisdom, accountability, acknowledgement, acknowledgement of self, feeding your inner child, loving on yourself daily, forgiving yourself. You know, a lot of people think you just got to forgive others all the time. What about forgiving yourself? Can you forgive you for the mistakes that you made in your life, for the things that you did that you're not proud of, for the relationships that you let fall apart just because you didn't know any better? Forgive yourself. You know, I put on my arm an open book tattoo, and it says no regrets. Unfortunately, I do regret some things, but I don't regret being me because everywhere I go, I'm there. And the new version that I've been creating of myself, which is a more loving, a more determined, a more open-minded, like I had to really learn to let people be who they are instead of who I think they should be, and stop being so disappointed all the time because folks are going to do what they want to do. Okay, they're going to pour into what they want to pour into. They're going to love what they want to love. So we may think one way, but if we don't get clarity, then we are really disappointing ourselves. They're not the ones disappointing us. So we have to take on some of that for ourselves and remember that everybody is different and everybody was raised different and everybody does not have morals. And like my grandma says, common sense is not common. I feel like it's leaving the earth and it's only being left with maybe 100 people per generation. So every 5 to 10 generations, it's only 100 people out of all the folks in the world being born to have common sense, in my opinion, because some of these challenges are just made to hurt us. And it's like people do it anyway and hurt themselves just for clicks and views. Yeah, we all want attention. But guess what? I'd rather have some positive attention, some holy attention, some guided with love attention instead of just, ooh, she fine. Ooh, she got some big old bitties. Ooh, look at her BB bum buns. I got to have more than that, baby. And what's crazy is people think I take it for granted because I was born with it. No, I don't. Because when I was younger, Candy, I wasn't super thick. I was just slim thick. Like the club owner Eddie in Columbus said it best. R.I.P. Eddie. I totally regret not making love to you when you were still alive. I should have snuck and did it. Anyway, Eddie was so debonair. Oh my goodness, we loved going to Eddie's club in Columbus every freaking Wednesday, I believe it was, is when he had the big night. Ooh, VIP up in that spot used to be like, Anyway, Eddie said it best. Candy isn't really thick. When she walks by, you don't really look down at her buns. But when she get on that stage and she get in those contortion positions and she start doing all that sexy stuff, he said, boy, I can't help but feel my manhood rise. That girl has a gift and a talent for this shit here. And I just looked at him like I could love that man. But of course I was already with my boyfriend, my man at the time. And he wouldn't let me go spend the night at Eddie's house with the rest of the strippers. He made me go to the hotel with him and him because he already knew the Candy was about to bust it open for Eddie, baby. I'll talk more about that on camera if Zeus asks me questions about it. The questions that he sent me, though, he didn't ask me many questions about that. He just asked me who my top tier guys were, and of course, Ecstasy is one of the top tier because he was a great performer and he hustled. He really did. He made more money off the stage than on the stage, but he still made a lot on the stage. I remember this lady put a whole coat she made out of money on him for his birthday one time. I just was like, wow. here I am sitting in front row clapping for my man, and some super fans and put that on him. And he confessed to me that, yeah, he had slept with her before, and I didn't care, because we were so much alike. That's why we broke up, because we both just love people to the point to where we'll sleep with someone that we like a whole lot, even though we're in a relationship, and we'll come home and tell each other. He'll tell me, yeah, I slept with that chick, but I told her to bring that VCR from Blockbusters, bring you some movies, bring you your cotton candy, and bring you your shrimp dinner from everything. What was that doggone spot? Everything and then some, and all of everything that was on Euclid, whatever it was called. We used to love eating there. And I'd be like, is this really love when we go get other people to do stuff for your significant other, when we sleep with other people but still lay in the same bed every night together? Is it love when we constantly cheat on each other but can't leave each other alone? Like, we were so in love that it was twisted. And mm, I guess my whole way of thinking about love was twisted, because I never really had one of those relationships that made me feel as if I was totally and completely loved. Good morning. How you doing? Wasn't you already up in the bathroom this morning?
Yeah, I gotta go to work today.
Ah, ah.
Signed up for that damn overtime and now it's too late to back out. They said they hit us with that shit on Tuesday. I'm like, Saturday, fuck it. No, it's Saturday, and I'm like,
Right, like, I don't want to do this shit.
fuck
Here you
what I'm
want that?
thinking when I got
Hell no.
I don't want to fuck. Oh, but,
Well, have a great day. It's a half a day, right?
Tuesday. Well, no, 1 to 9.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you get off at 9 p.m. Did you do a house shaking earlier?
This is windy as fuck outside.
I'm like, what the hell shaking the house?
See, they ain't never been this windy around here before because there was a lot of houses gone and we had to travel fast.
Oh, that's what the heck it is. Because I'm laying here like, okay, I know this house was just built in '05, but it better be strong enough to deal with the Wizard of Oz winds. That's what we got going on, because it's going to be almost 50. Or 50, and then tomorrow 50, and then the rest of the week 40, 45, 43, 47, 55, 50, 50, 50. We haven't had this kind of weather in Ohio since the 90s. And that's on the real. Every time they say it on the news, they be like 94, 98. I know this because in 98, we literally wore shorts on Christmas. That's how hot it was. And we were still on motorcycles on Thanksgiving. All right, YouTube. Let me know how you feel about that in the comments. And I'll be making some reels on Facebook today, so jump on those. Peace.